Rango moved ahead of the brothers, out of earshot, to the edge of the cottonwoods. Thor spat and wiped his mouth with the back of his hand. "We wasn't so scared of Rango," Thor said. "We'd hightail it out of here." "How can he kill a woman?" Clem grunted. "Well, he hates Wes Montana." "He gonna get us hanged." "Yeah, you and me, we never even met the guy." "Tell that to Rango." Thor and Clem were more nervous because they were afraid of hanging if caught. They were being paid to help Rango track down and murder this woman, but they didn't want any kind of reckoning. They knew Rango was going to do more than kill her, and his ruthlessness was as frightening as the task. But they were as afraid of Rango as he was of Wes Montana. They watched Rango start toward the creek on foot. They hesitated. Their cousin was leading them to a noose. They both felt their necks, displaying a horror of hanging, but they were more afraid of Rango and joined him at the creek. "We'll wait," Rango said. "Maybe that cowhand will ride off." Down by the wash, Mary Antelope sat with her feet in the water. She picked up the little yellow pup, held it up, then set it on her lap. "Yes, you are a cute little fellow. My son knew just what I wanted." The pup fussed a bit to get comfortable. "I am very happy here," Mary continued, "but I almost died when I was with child. Such a long time ago. Wes and I shouldn't be alive." The pup squirmed. "Do you want to hear about it?" Mary laughed. "Yes, you do." The pup was chewing on her hand. "It's really the story of Wes Montana." Mary's story unfolded as the pup grabbed at her dress. It was the beginning of her son's life, Wes Montana, a gunfighter who nearly died before he was born. Wes Montana was the heart of his mother's story, which for him began in late March 1859. Mary Antelope was with child, and both were at great risk. Wes Montana had little chance of being born alive. A blizzard raged in the wild Medicine Bow Mountains of southern Wyoming Territory. It was a fierce, driven wall of snow that crushed everything in its sight. Trees fell, animals and travelers disappeared. Great moving drifts hid tracks and any evidence of life. In the aftermath, the stillness on a bright morning was shattering. Snow glistened with a wet surface from the new sunlight. Ice dangled from branches of weary pine trees. The crunching of fallen branches startled the silence. Jedediah, a 30-year-old trapper with a heavy brown beard and long dark hair under a fur cap, tramped through the clearing. He wore buckskin clothing under a buffalo robe, and his snowshoes barely skidded on the surface of the snow. His blue eyes were narrowed under heavy brows. His dog, a huge, shaggy white mongrel, was leading the way. Behind them, without a lead rope, struggled two mules with heavy packs. Jedediah, balancing his long, heavy Sharps rifle, came to a halt as he watched riders approaching through the distant pines. A dozen cavalry in blue uniforms, huddled under their slickers and drooping brimmed hats, were fighting their way in the snow. Their pack mules, desperate to stay afloat, followed. Most of the men wore beards to fight the cold. In the lead, a sergeant with a greatcoat over his uniform came forward and saluted Jedediah. The sergeant had a